Okay, so welcome back to the program, Estefal, and as I said earlier, we'll be starting off with some rugby news. We're looking at touch a rugby ball campaign, a rugby league ball campaign. It's very, very important that we pay attention to that particular sport in the country. There are a lot of goodies. Last time we talked about that partnership deal with the Salford Red Devils in England. Very solid partnership there, and we're hoping that the best, only the best comes out from this partnership, the Rugby League Federation of Ghana and of course Salford of England. But that's not all. There's a lot happening next year. I understand they also, let me just tell a lot of things. Let them do the talking themselves. So to my extreme later, I have one fine gentleman known as Daniel Okojani. He is the head of marketing and branding of the federation. Dan, good morning.
Good morning.
Brandon, it don't tell you. How you doing?
I'm very fine. How are you?
Great to have you back on the program.
I'm always glad to be here.
Okay. And next to him is a good friend he's a good friend. He's the captain of the national team, and of course he's the men's coordinator, Aliba Redick Nana Brokwa. Yeah. Aliba, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
With your chest out.
How good do I?
How you good do I? Chest out.
Very necessary.
But tell us, I mean, you drafted into the national, obviously one of the finest players, the best players. Your experience in the Origins Cup till now.
Yeah. Well, it's been great so far. As you all know, this is home. So we bring the news here every time, and we appreciate you for giving us the opportunity every time.
Fantastic.
It's been great. We had a lot of expectations, and all of them were met. After that, we've had a lot of sponsorships and partnerships coming in.
Great.
So Rugby League is growing steadily and strong. Yes, and we are proud of the growth. For now, we'll talk about the campaign, but there's an opportunity for people to get on board because it's a great sport. We know we come here to talk a lot, but it's actually the only sport that you want to be a part of.
Well, I started not long ago, and I must say, it's quite interesting. It's not that bad. I thought it was too kitty, but it was friendly. Maybe I'll just be in the touch for now.
That's
I get it to cut touch.
Gradually, you get into it.
Then I understand there's a 10-year anniversary celebration coming up. Tell us a bit about that as well.
Well, okay, so like you said, next year we're 10 years.
10 years next year.
I think you yourself were a bit surprised that we've been around for a long time, quite a long time. You know, the game, like you said, is growing steadily, and we are really happy with the growth. Next year we have quite a lot of activities. I think one of the biggest ones is we having the University of Oxford coming through in July, and that's a very big one.
Next July.
Yes,
next year, okay.
Next year July. So yes. And then also we are bidding for the MEA tournament. Yes, want to host the MEA tournament next year. So those are like two big events that we have next year. Apart from that, we have quite a lot of activity. We are playing Beach Rugby League next year as well. We are playing our 13s. We are playing the 9s. We are playing the Ladies League as well. We have quite a lot of activities lined up for next year. So next year, it's just going to be great.
The existence of Rugby League, 10 years, as you clearly say. I know it's been challenging. It's not been easy, but now there are a lot of people interested in the game. How would you describe your existence so far?
Well, it's been good so far, so good. It started off a bit slow, like you know. I mean, since rugby is classified under the lesser known sports in Ghana, obviously we'll go through some struggles a bit, but we've been able to pick it up. I think for the past 4 or 5 years, from 2018, we've taken off, you know, at a very pace that we really feel we are good. Like you said, we are proud of ourselves for how far we have, you know, taken it from 2018 till now. So I must say we are moving very fast. Yes. The next thing is now the support. That's how come we are here to talk about the Touch a Rugby League ball campaign. Yes.
What would you say the highs and lows have been this year? I know we had the Origins Cup. A lot of things also happened. The coach Andy also is in town, making sure that things technically you guys are prepared for future tournament. What would you say highs and lows for this year has been? Like?
Well, so for the highs, I can say one, player improvement, solid. The players have improved tremendously.
Understanding the game
is very well. Like you said, when we played the Origins Cup, they realized, okay, fine, there's been some serious growth. Andy and the technical head who came down also tested the fact that the guys have really understood the game, they've grown. But that doesn't mean we need to stop. We still need to move on. The lows have been the support. He'll bear you witness. We organize most of the things from our pockets, and then for some little support from some organizations. But we can say that if the support was to be massive, I'm sure it would have blown more than this.
I mean, for some of us, that's not news. We've seen a lot of lesser or least financed sports. Their heads, hierarchy come here and they're talking about the fact that they support the federation from their own accounts, which is quite sad. We just hope the right things are being done as we move forward. But Rlfg, how has it been like working under Andy? I want to know that story.
It's been exceptional. Andy is a great coach. His understanding and his experience in the game has really helped us, and we are really growing, because he's not just coaching, but he's actually helping and pushing the sport and in our growth here. With the highs, some of the highs, the major one for us, well, personally, is aside the player improvement, is us having the opportunity to have our match shown on live television.
Yeah.
We big up GTV for that. And also with the growth of our ladies, we had our ladies play a contact game, and for the first time, and surprisingly, about 70 to 80% of the ladies had never done any sport. So this is the very first sport they got involved, and we're able to take them through the touch stages for them to play contact. So it's a major milestone personally for me. So Andy saw that, and he was also impressed, and he's been pushing the ladies as well. We have the opportunity, or the ladies will have the opportunity to play in the World Cup qualifiers. It's still something we are working on. So when we get more ladies involved, we're able to play a full 13th match. We'll have the ladies play the qualifiers for the World Cup in 2023 and 2024. So it's been great so far, and Andy has been exceptional.
Talk about the introduction of the game to more ladies. You guys were in Kumasi, I think last 2 weeks.
Yeah, last 2 weeks.
You introduced the game there.
Yes.
What's the story?
Okay, so we had the opportunity to, we are expanding, and we hope to get the sport in all the other regions. So
you guys need numbers, right?
We need numbers, and we need to grow. We want the sport to be known all over Ghana. I think I've said it a couple of times here that we would want it to be a national sport in the next 10, 15 years or 20 years. So that is the path to grow. So we've got it in Kumasi, and we have our representative coach Julius, who is doing an amazing job there. We have a few schools we are working with. We currently have about 4 to 6 schools, senior highs we are working with, and they've embraced it. MSC there has also embraced it, and they are supporting us. We are actually going to Tamale next 2 weeks, and
wow,
yeah, Savannah Academy International is also hosting us, and we have other PE teachers from other schools coming on board. So the growth is steady, and we are actually it's been quite
a lot of activities.
We've had a lot of activities.
The activities, we have money also involved in push things there, and that's where your job comes in.
Yes,
you need to make rugby league very appealing, exciting, attractive for everyone, not just government but corporate and the media as well. I'm sure that the tax on your hands, on your shoulders, I don't want to be involved, but tell us, how has it been selling this brand, this product out there for everyone?
Okay, like you said, the brand is very, very important. The tax is a very huge one. It's not been easy, but it's been fun. It's been very helpful with my colleagues around. You know, like you said, the game is a very nice game. I think the tactics we used was to get to educate people to understand the game. Then you can dive into it and say, okay, now I want to play it. And now, making it appealing to you, we need to tell you the highs and the lows of the game. Every sporting activity has risk of injury, even table tennis, even squash, badminton, you all have. Rugby is seen as a physically, engaged game.
Has there been any misconception you guys had to correct?
Yes, I mean, and that's one. Oh, it's too giddy, and yes, it's too tough, it's too rough. So we normally try and put it in our educational bits that yes, that's the nature of the game, but you can always play safe. You can always protect yourself. I mean, you need your headgear, you need your mouth guard and all that. So you can play safe, not have an injury, probably some little bruises, which is normal that comes with the game, and then you can enjoy the game to a very high level. Yes. So selling it hasn't really been, easy, but then we keep going. We keep going.
I think one thing is the physique of the players. Personally, myself, when I was like, okay, so these are the guys we are up against. You look at it, like, okay, this will be very, very challenging for us. But again, let's look at what the most important thing which you guys are selling out there, which is the campaign of creating the awareness of rugby league in the country. I'm sure beyond the country as well. Touch the Rugby League campaign. Tell us a bit about that.
Okay. So the Touch a Rugby League Ball campaign is basically an awareness campaign and also a support or fundraiser campaign. It's very simple. So we want you to touch the ball wherever we come to you. So we're visiting quite a lot of places.
Okay,
let me we can have a feel of this one.
I had a few, last Sunday.
Yes, great. It's a very lovely ball. Look at the shape alone.
Yeah.
We rugby players like to make love to the ball. That's how we call it. Yes.
You like to make love to the ball.
You need to enjoy the game.
Okay, you need to enjoy the game. I think I like that one. Let's enjoy the game.
You understand? Yes.
Okay.
So basically, we want to move around. So many places. We're going to the ministries, we're going to the telcos. You see us in all the malls, in the banks, quite a lot of places. When we go there, we have two things. We want to touch the ball, take a picture with us. We'll tell you a little bit about the game.
Right.
See if your interest will be, heightened a bit for you to want to join. And then the other bit is for us to raise some support. Like we said, financially, we are down. Money is needed to, move the game to
facilitate things.
That's it. To move it to where we were. Like we said the other time, the deputy minister was around during the origins, just when he came back from Olympics, and he said, he went to Olympics, he didn't see rugby there. Yeah. So what are we doing? So it means it's a tax on us for us to move rugby to the next international tournament. So that one alone even makes us happy. So we are basically launching this campaign to tell people about the game. You get to see the ball, feel the ball, you get to understand the game. And then also any support that you have for us, corporate and individuals, you just need to help us.
Great.
So it's very simple.
Men's coordinator, what role are you playing in all this?
It's just to preach the gospel. Yeah. I've become more of a pastor. Now my friends call me a rugby league player because of I cite all the accomplishments, but that's what I talk about every position I find myself. So we are trying to push this, and as he said, the executives will be going into the ministries, and on the side of the players, we'll get all the players to let people know the sport they play, because it's an amazing sport to show people that you play. So on the side of the players, we are talking to the players more so that they get to share their experience, because players have a first-hand experience of the ball. So when we get to show the players that they should preach and talk about the ball and talk about the game, people will also get to know more about the sport. So for the side of the players, we are just pushing the ball out. We are talking to players to hold the ball whenever you are going for training, and whenever you are training, just show that you are proud of the ball so that people will also get it. We just want people to watch it. We want people to know that the sport exists. We want people to know that it's an amazing sport to actually watch. People love and go crazy with football, but because they don't know rugby league.
I got involved. I'm a living testimony to that. I got involved just last 2 weeks, and I was there last week. They postponed the training. I was like, man, you guys should have postponed it like that. It was quite interesting.
So when you get to know, you keep coming back, and we know Ghanaians will love this sport, because growing up, all the things we do is what we do in rugby league. If you know how to play pilolo, if you've played is it stay or abate, if you've played, you've wrestled with people, that is rugby league. So people will get to know about it, and we hope, we know for sure they will love it. So that's what we are doing, just preaching the gospel.
Well, let me let the assistant women's coordinator also, she's here. She can't leave us without telling us a bit about her thoughts on the campaign. That's Nadia Lillian Enyan. I hope I got the name right. Yeah. Nadia, good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you doing? You're looking amazing. Yeah. You play rugby?
Yeah. For
Since
scholars,
when?
actually.
For scholars. So you are with this guy. We need more people, Panthers. Okay.
Yes.
Panther is a yes. Panther is a right. Yes. Tell us, how did you get involved in rugby though?
Okay, for me, I got to know rugby in SHS actually before coming to university.
Wow.
But I didn't really partake in it in SHS. So when I came to the university, I saw them play, but when you have the whole vibe somewhere and then you lose it, it would take a while for it to come back again. But through this guy here, I was able to go there to watch some of their training sessions. Sometimes when they are playing some matches, I go there. But later on, they started with the ladies. That's how come I also joined. So it was through the ladies training, and I also joined them. And then I was actually scared a bit, but
of course, you also had that misconception, right?
Yes.
We all had it.
Yes, and even the people, when you tell people you are a rugby player, they go like, hey.
Yeah.
How?
How do you even play? Yeah.
I'm like, of course, I play rugby. Come and watch me one of these days.
Wow.
So people came and they were actually surprised. They were like, wow, Nadia. Wow.
Fantastic. So the campaign, you also have a role to play, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You guys are preaching the gospel. We should get involved in rugby. Most importantly, we should support it. Yeah. So what do you have to say in your capacity as the Assistant Women's Coordinator?
Okay, for this one, as Rlfg said, we want to preach rugby and we want everyone to be aware of rugby. We wish that in the next few years to come, rugby will be like the top of the game in Ghana. That every kid that actually grows up will be like, oh, mommy, daddy, I want to play rugby.
Fantastic.
Not just football, but rugby.
Okay.
So basically, we are just preaching it and making sure everyone will be aware of rugby and then be a part of it.
You know, it's a football nation, boxing nation as well. Rugby is creeping, it's eating gradually into it. So obviously, we're looking at what next for you guys before we wrap up. The Southwood deal, a bit you guys will have to touch on that. How impactful that deal will be for rugby in the country?
Well, that deal is a very big one for us. I mean, international deal as well.
Big win.
Very, very big win for us. Already, you can see some support trickling in. Next year, there's a whole lot of support coming from that side of town. So we at Rugby League says that, I mean, we're very happy for the deal. We're looking forward for, I mean, greater partnerships from outside far and near, like the Southwood deal. So we're really, really happy.
Personally yourself, I mean...
in addition to the Southwood deal, we've been able to attract Oxford University
in the UK.
Coming up,
yes, the whole rugby league team is interested in touring Ghana. There are a lot of African nations, but they've seen the growth, they've seen the improvement, they've seen all that we are doing, and they are interested in Ghana. So it's a big deal, not just for rugby league federation, but the whole of Ghana, because to have a whole Oxford University
rugby
team to bring a set of their players to Ghana is an amazing deal. So you should tell people that.
So I'm sure they'll have some competition.
Yeah, we'll play with the national team and then the president's 13s. So that alone is enough to show people that we are growing. And as he said, we have a lot of activities. We play 9s, we play 13s, and the Oxford team will come as well. And we are bidding for MIA, which is an international tournament.
The Middle East Africa.
Yes. So we'll hopefully have Cameroon, Nigeria, and Morocco. Hopefully, we are bidding, and with our growth, we can start boosting that we are getting it. So that will be another plus for Ghana, and not just the federation. So we want Ghanaians to rally behind us. We see ourselves being blasted all over Ghana. We also want that exposure.
Fantastic.
As rugby league people, we want kids to point at us and say we are also heroes. Because it's not easy playing the sport.
If you can get an Asamoah in the rugby player, who's also now a philanthropist, helping a lot of Ghanaians, returning what Ghana really invested and supported them with. I'm sure that will be great news, a great story for us. Guys, it's been fantastic, and we're hoping that Ghana wins the bid to host the African Championship ahead of the World Cup, which is when? 2025.
2025.
That's interesting. That's big. But for now, we are saying touch a rugby league ball today. They'll be coming to your offices. They'll be coming nearby you.
When you see us,
when you see them, these are the men and the women who are disciplined. The men and women who are trying to get you involved in rugby. Don't be deceived. It's a very friendly sport. Get involved, get action. If you can support, you can also support the Rugby League Federation. Very, very important. We call on everyone, every stakeholder to help support rugby and push it to its highest height. That's it. Adan, I must say a very big thank you to you for passing through this morning. I'm sure we'll do this again subsequently before the MIA Championship and Oxford also touching down in the country. But Nadia, it's been great. Pretty girls play rugby.
Yes.
And of course, with Nana Brokwa, the man known as Aliba. He's a very fine gentleman. He's mean, very aggressive. He's very funny, but very aggressive on the pitch. Guys, it's great having you on the program.
Thank you so much.
We are back shortly after this break. We'll be looking straight into football talent hunt, of course, development of our young guys.